The day after Kate had met the Queen and gotten acquainted in a very personal way, there was a note from Elora pushed under our bedroom door, with the instructions on where she wanted to meet us. I thought it was strange at the time, but no alarm bells were going off in my mind, so I accepted what was written on the note. We were both waiting outside the garden gate, per the instructions, when something unexpected happened. We were surrounded by dark elves and were quickly placed under a sleep spell. When I awoke, I was lying on a bed in a cold stone-faced room with my feet and hands tied. I turned my head to discover that Kate was in the same predicament and lying next to me. I looked around as I struggled with the ropes that bound my hands. We were in a small bedroom with paintings of dark elves adorning the walls on either side of us. It was as I struggled with my ropes when a dark elf entered the room. He looked menacing and held onto the handle of a blade that was tucked into a jeweled scabbard at his waist. Kate awoke as he closed the door behind him. "I trust you are unharmed," he said. "Have we done something wrong?" I asked, ignoring his question. Done something wrong? I suppose the very air you steal from us is a start. Most of my people have heard the stories of old and believe you to be evil. The Queen doesn't consider you a threat, but there are those who would kill you and not bat an eyelid. I must just say at this point that I'm not one of those people. I do not fear you personally, but I do fear the possibility of your kind finding us again and repeating history. If I thought that was even a slight possibility, I would kill you myself, here and now." He replied coldly, "I do wish there was some way for us to prove that we mean you no harm. The history you speak of occurred literally hundreds of years ago, before we were even born. Personally speaking, I adore this world of yours and would never do anything to harm it in any way. Plus, I was excited to find out that magic actually exists. Only yesterday, I decided that I wanted to stay because I never want mankind to spoil what we've discovered. And I'm sure that Kate feels the same way," I said. "Those are fine words, and although I want to believe you, it is my duty to make sure that my trust is deserved." With that said, he gestured with his hands and then cast a spell on both of us. I had no idea what the spell did or what would happen next, but I was going to find out soon enough. When I next awoke, I could hear growling coming from across the room. I raised my head to discover that I was now naked and that Kate was gone. In the corner of the room was a large ape-like creature that stood at least 7 foot tall, and believe it or not, it seemed to be scared of me.